Okay, Sonic 4 now. Sonic 4. Now, first off, this is a full game. In the loosest sense possible. How can I start this? Okay. You start Sonic 4 and it starts off like you'd expect. It's a Green Hills type level. Nothing's changed. I think nearly every game has started off with either a beach level or a grass level. And it's a perfect way to start a Sonic game. Now, first off, I want to address issues where people are saying there's bad gravity issues and kind of. It's where I didn't even really pay attention to the gravity issues because, to be honest, I was having a lot of fun with this game. And when my mate told me, oh, people are saying there's bad gravity issues, like Sonic would like stop in mid-air in a jump. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, I'll try that out. And the only reason why I didn't notice because when I jump, or when I'm off a spring, like if I'm off a spring jump, like going this way, when you bounce off that way, I'm usually holding right anyway. So I didn't really notice. But I can kind of see why that's a problem because in previous Sonic games you didn't really need to do that. But if Sonic stops in mid-air, it is kind of a problem. But the only reason why I didn't notice this, I was kind of not noticing this, was because I was basically holding right the entire time when I was jumping. And I've never really had an issue with it when I was doing that. So I can say there's kind of bad gravity issues, but just as long as you're holding right, or holding left, or holding a direction that you're going, it never really comes up. It came up a few times, but not really enough to really complain about it. But maybe it is something that Sega should look into. So, anyway, now that I've addressed that, I'll address the good points. This game is challenging. It's a really good game. But how often can you say a Sonic game is challenging? A 2D Sonic game is challenging without it like being really cheap, like Sonic 2006 was, where you just miss a spring and fall to your death. No, this game is pretty damn good. You've got 4 levels. Now, I incorrectly at one point said 5. There's 4, but you have 3 zones in each, and they all vary a little. Like the casino levels, and I will say this now. I have always hated the casino levels. I've never liked them. In Sonic 2, they were fucking annoying. Like Sonic is supposed to be about getting to A to B in the fastest time possible, with no stoppage. It's all go go go. So when you are trapped into one of the slots, and you see what you get, and it kind of takes 5 seconds. In this game it takes 10. That's a real buzzkill when you're just going, I want to get out of here. But when you do that, you kind of stop in the game, and it's even worse when you get the Robotniks, or when you get nothing at all. But when you get the Robotniks, you lose 100 rings. And the first time I entered a slot in this game, I got the Robotniks. I hate casino levels. But this game, it was okay. I like the fact that they kind of mixed up a little. Like in this, I think it's the second zone of that stage. You can go into cards, and get lives. Like if you have to match 3 pairs, and either robotic cards, which you get nothing, ring cards, which you get 10 rings, or a Sonic face, which you get an extra life. But you have to match 3 pairs, and some of the cards disappear over time. They mixed it up a little, and it was still okay. But I don't like the flippers. The flippers in this game don't really seem to work that well, because if you're at the tip, if you're at the very tip, like imagine like this is a flipper, this is the tip, and this is well, this is the top of it, and you're going that way. When you're doing that, at the very top of that, you seem to just hang there. You don't like bounce up slightly, you just seem to bounce. When you're at the tip, you go flying up. But I've never liked the flippers. I've never liked the casino levels at all. It's a Sonic game. You should be getting from A to B in the fastest time possible. No stoppage. Go, go, go! Like I said, but the casino levels stop that. It's also why I hate the labyrinth stage as well, but I'll get to that in a sec. But the casino levels are okay. Now here's the problem. Most of this game is just rehashed from other Sonic games. And I can see what they were trying to do. They were trying to create this nostalgic, this you're back to Sonic 1 and 2 and you're playing those games again. Here's the problem. You're not playing those games. You're playing Sonic 4. And when you're going back and not using, there's new ideas, but you're going back to old ideas and just adding little parts to it. They really should have just came up with some new levels. The casino level is pretty much the casino level from Sonic 2. It's the third zone, the third stage, is pretty much just like the labyrinth stage from Sonic 1. But they give it a sort of jungle temple feel to it. To be fair, the underwater part is only in the third stage, so I'll leave that out. I'll give that a miss. The second stage actually has a lot of puzzle solving to it, because you're inside the temple for most of the time, and you have a lamp and it's dark and you've got to work your way through it, and that was kind of cool. You have to get from A to B in the fastest possible time, but when you're trying to work out puzzles, like you're trying to get through them as quickly as possible rather than just standing there in the casino, it's pretty fun. I like that. It's the only time they did it in this game, but I kind of liked it. But the fourth stage is the gear stage. What is it called? Metropolis. It's the one with the mantises which throw the double. They throw the razor blades at you. It's the one with the screws. It's in Sonic 2. It's the one before the sky chase scene. It's pretty much just the same level. They do add new things to it, like I said, but why not just create a new level? Brand new. This is Sonic 4. You're not going, yes, go back, maybe do one level, but they reused a lot. The bosses. The first boss is, you know, the very first boss in Sonic 1, where it's a big ball and it's a pendulum. That's pretty much it. If you damage it 4 or 5 times, he does a new thing where the ball does that and slams down. It was kind of cool, but the problem is you're not really doing much. It's not a new boss. I know you're trying to create a nostalgic feel, but this game is pretty much nostalgic by itself. You don't need to add old levels. It's Sonic. It's a 2D Sonic game, and it's a really good 2D Sonic game. So, the second boss is a lot different. It's the casino boss from Sonic 2. The third boss. Do you remember the boss from Sonic 1 where you have to go up the long shaft? You chase Robotnik and the area's flooding from the labyrinth zone? It's that. But they add a little bit to the end where it's like the boss from Sonic 2 in the Aqua stage. It's the third level. And then the final boss from Sonic 1. It's a mixture between both of those because there's two poles that come up, and there's lots of extra poles that come up as well. It's kind of cool, but that was kind of an annoying boss because it takes ages for the poles to appear, and it was okay. It was kind of new. Then you've got the egg things from Sonic 1 in the gear stage. They float about. This is the opposite this time, where you have to smash into an egg and it breaks out. And if you touch the robotics this time, they damage you. So you've actually just got to ignore them, ignore the eggs this time, and hit Robotnik. Then he runs off and starts to throw eggs, and these things are fucking annoying. They have no clear pattern. The grey ones bounce, the blue ones bounce, and they are really tough to dodge. And then you've got a big fat one that boing, boing, boing. They're really hard to dodge. It took me a few times to do that one. That was kind of cool because that one was a really challenging boss. The last stage is pretty much just going through all the bosses again. I hate when games do that. When they rehash, where the final stage is just a rehash of all, not even a rehash, just doing all the previous bosses and then getting on to the next one. So the last boss is the big Robotnik from Sonic 2. And that one was okay as well. They're all okay, but they don't do anything. They don't do anything new, you don't feel, in this game. It's all rehashed ideas and they're just adding slight bits into it. Okay, final thing to say. The special stages. Fucking hate these special stages. You press left and right, you actually control the stage this time. It's the same special stage from Sonic 1. And instead of controlling Sonic, you control the stage. You flip it round, and the music. They somehow made the special stage theme from Sonic 1 worse. Nothing much more to say about that. Okay. Also, the music isn't really that good. In most Sonic games, you can say, well, it's not exactly memorable, but it's kind of catchy. The music in this game sucked. Especially the Robotnik theme, which is basically a circus theme molested. I hate it. Okay, so Sonic 4, is it worth it? For a £10 price tag, or whatever the equivalent is in your country, it is. Only just. Final thing to say, you can go supersonic when you collect all the Chaos Emeralds. You can go supersonic in all the stages, which is awesome. I always liked that feature, and I hated when they took it out of the 3D games. Okay, that's it. Enslaved next